How old are you? 85. Why do you ask? You don't look it. It's Dorian Gray syndrome. She looks into space, then at the two vehicles parked among the maple trees in my front yard. You live with others? I'm a widower. That's not what I asked. I live by myself. You look like Sam Shepard. You know, the actor? I don't reply. For many people who have had a recent personal loss, superficial conversation has an effect like an emery wheel grinding the soul into grit. The swastika on my barn door seems to become uglier and more intrusive as the day grows colder and more brittle, like winter light on a grave. Hello, she says. Yes. I mentioned Sam Shepard as a compliment. Know any white supremacists hereabouts? I've seen some people at the grocery and the P.O. with A.B. tats. Where did you hear about the Aryan Brotherhood? Bumming around. You didn't try to take a picture of the truck or the kid shooting you the finger? I don't have a cell phone. You're the writer, aren't you? A writer. I think there's something you're not telling me, Mr. Broussard. I think you stirred up some white supremacists. I've seen your letters to the editor. White supremacists don't read the editorial page. Can I make a suggestion? Why not? Stay away from these guys. They're not just racist. They mule the meth that gets brought into the res from Denver and Billings. I don't think the high number of murdered and missing Montana Indian women is coincidence either. Are you listening, sir? These guys who sprayed my barn weren't dope mules. They're leftover nativists. They think their time has rolled around again. Nativists? You're not talking about Indians? Nope. She takes a business card from her shirt pocket and writes on it and hands it to me. That's my cell number on the back. Why the special treatment? You read Oscar Wilde. Pardon? You mentioned Dorian Gray. I assume you know who wrote the novel. The skin on my face shrinks. I read one of your books, she says. I think you're a nice man, Mr. Broussard, but you need to take care of yourself. There's some mean motor scooters down in the Bitterroots. The name on her card is Ruby Spotted Horse. Officer, I didn't mean... I start. She gets in the cruiser and starts the engine and hooks on a pair of yellow-brown aviator glasses and rolls down the window. Did you lose your daughter recently? Yes, I did. I'm sorry for your loss, sir. She looks in her outside mirror. Watch out. I don't want to run over your foot. I nod, but don't speak, which is what I do when others mention my daughter's death. I still haven't dealt with her loss, and I probably never will. Ruby Spotted Horse makes a U-turn and drives down the dirt lane, the sun's reflection wobbling like an orange balloon trapped inside her rear window. Chapter 2. The worst day in my life began the 1st of August and has continued as though it has no end, no direction, no resolution, no meaning, no purpose. My daughter's name was Fannie Mae Holland Broussard. She was 54 when she died. Her body was not discovered for 3 days. The medics had to put on hazmat suits before they entered the house. In the early hours of each morning, I wake with that image in my mind in a hole as big as a pie plate in the center of my chest. I cannot breathe. I feel I'm living in a nightmare that belongs in the mind of someone else. I close my eyes and see through the hole into a blue sky that offers no respite, and it's filled with the cacophony and the fury of carrion birds, like a dirty infection of the firmament itself. Fannie Mae's mother was killed in a car accident when our daughter was 3. Fannie Mae had no siblings, and I never married again. She never loved a man. She married one and lived with others and remained friends with some, but for good or bad had no romantic feelings toward any of them. She loved animals more than human beings. Regardless of her age, she remained a girl and never grew completely into a woman. The interior of her home was coated with animal fur and smelled like a barn. Birds flew in and out of the doors. The counters and tabletops were chained with seat smears from her cats and sometimes the dogs. She brought a pair of goats, Okie and Dokie, into the living room to watch television with her. An industrial cleaning service burned out its machines.